often, I did a lot of busking, especially in my youth. I did a lot of busking when I was travelling around. In fact, I was busking last week, which was in my youth. But I was in York, in England. We'd gone over in 2012, and my wife and I, to visit my family over there. And I decided to sort of help pay for the trip by busking. You know, I was busking in York in the, what do they call it, that little lovely shandy. And this guy came over to me, and it doesn't happen very often, but it did in this particular case. And it normally only happens when I'm playing the concertina for some reason. I don't know. But he came over and he whispered, he didn't whisper in my ear, he spoke to me through, and he said, what did he say? We don't allow buskers here. Beggars. No, we don't allow, we don't allow beggars here. Piss off. We don't want you to sing around here. Something similar. And I felt, at the concertina, I didn't know what to do. And I just started, so I continued. I just continued playing tunes. And then afterwards I went and saw him in his shop. And he sold plastic trinkets to Japanese tourists. And he had one in the window. It was a plastic dog poo that used to steam every now and again. And this is the sort of trinket that this guy had. Well, I think he was actually. Yeah, I think he was. It really put me off Yorkshire people at that time. Anyway, it put me off so much that I actually wrote a song for him. There's a cultureless prick selling plastic shit from a shop in a pretty lane. He said, stop singing your song, piss off and move along. You beggars, you're all the same. Put $1 in my tin, and you'll hear me sing. All you need is love, love. No beggar I am, I'm just a working man. You and I, we're both the same. The next night, in a pub, for a session, well I played. And the barman, he said, done with the music that you play. So he passed the hat for the music and cheer. He said, you're welcome back anytime around here. Put $1 in my tin, and you'll hear me sing. All you need is love, love. No beggar I am, I'm just a working man. You and I, we're both the same. So you miserable sinners who think busking is begging, take a tip from a barman whose till was overflown. But there ain't no need and there ain't no seat for this miserable prick selling plastic shit. Put $1 in my tin and you'll hear me sing. All you need is love, love. No beggar I am, I'm just a working man. You and I, we're both the same. With you and I, we're both the same. Woo! ago when I was living in Bathurst. And Sharon was working a night shift, my wife was working a night shift. And so I couldn't really make any noise in the house, so I decided to come down to Sydney early and go busking up in the rocks somewhere, because I'd done it when I first arrived in Australia, that's what I did. And so I thought, I'll do that. So I got the train down, and then I was walking, I think it might have been Pitt Street or somewhere, going into the city, and who should I meet? John, and he was standing on the corner, and singing his song, but he was also playing his penny whistle. And we both looked at each other with the same sort of look that said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I said, "John, I'll come down and do some busking. Why don't we bust together?" And he said, "Great idea." So we did, we busted together. And then we came to lunchtime and we thought we'd go off and have get some lunch. Could we find a pub without pokies? He didn't want to go into a pub with pokies because he knew what would happen. And so we couldn't find one. We did eventually find one with television screens all the way around with the horse racing. Yeah. And so we had lunch there, but it was also Bob, which is his brother, reminded me, because Bob Dengate was a great man for the tab, the sort of, horse racing. And I used to play cricket with Bob, and I played golf with John and bus with John. There's some great stories, and I think there's one that Chloe and myself and Jason, and we invited John up to Bathurst to play some music, and then we went down to Home Rule, had a session with Bobby Campbell, and then we came back and played in the Thirroul pub, and the publican was really nice, came over and gave us a big bottle of, what was it? Bushmills whiskey, which John held on to while we were travelling from Sofala back. He was like a baby, he wouldn't let it go, and he wouldn't also open it. But when we got home, we opened it. And then I was saying that I'm not going to do it. From that I wrote a song with Dengate, which is all about what John did at night at my place. It was so dark he couldn't find a way out of the bedroom that he was in to go to the toilet, and he was absolutely sort of didn't know what to do, so he actually did the wee in his shoe.